At New Mexico Young Actors, our mission is youth creating theater for youth. And so all of our roles are held by children between the ages of 9 and 19. And the main goal is for us to bring theater to the children of Albuquerque and New Mexico. And that's what we're doing. So we're training children in the dramatic arts, and we're bringing theater to other children. The age differences between our actors, we work with 9 to 19. What is fundamental to the process is for the kids to know each other and to trust each other and to be able to have fun with each other. And so everything I do is leading into that. If the kids don't know each other's names, then we're really not going to make a good play together. If they can't tease each other and trust each other in these like goofy theater game scenarios, the improv games, if they can't trust each other to take risks with those kinds of things, then the play they make is going to be terrible. It'll be a flat play with no dimension.
New Mexico Young Actors takes kids that have no idea what they're doing, and it gives them purpose, it gives them strive, it gives them confidence, and honestly, it's an incredible program.
New Mexico Young Actors is such an incredible organization because not only do we provide really excellent performing arts instruction and quality productions, we also love to focus on the education piece to give the students a really well-rounded idea of how performing arts can help them in their lives in other aspects besides just the stage.
We perform shows which people like to come to and they enjoy. A lot of schools will come to our shows, and that's how I found out about New Mexico Young Actors, is going to see the shows and then being impacted and wanting to try theater.
Every semester we do 2 shows. The musical is presented traditionally at the Chemo Theater in downtown Albuquerque, and school groups come to us for a field trip. And we'll do typically 3 shows for school field trips with 600 kids in attendance at each of those shows, with 2 public performances on the weekend for the parents and family. The other show is our touring play. And this is always a straight play, meaning it's not a musical. And this one, we take on tour to local schools. And so we have a truck, we unload the truck, we set up our set in the school gymnasium or the school cafeteria, we get into costume behind the flats, and the kids come in, sit right there on the floor in the gym, and we give a show, and they love it. And then the actors take a curtain call, and then they introduce themselves to the kids. And they say their name, their age, and their school. And that is always my favorite moment. Kids in the audience get this idea that they could be doing this too, and many of them do. One of our big fundraising goals right now is NMYA is looking for its own building. So this is our 43rd year as a company. And in those 43 years, we've rehearsed and performed in a number of spaces. And what we're trying to do is bring all of that under one roof. We want to have our rehearsal space, our office space, a performance venue, a small performance venue, and set build and set storage space, costume storage, all in one building. And we want to continue to grow the company so that we're kind of like a one-stop shop for performing arts for families who are looking for performing arts training for their kids. And so you come to NMYA and you can take any number of theater classes, and you can take any number of dance classes, any number of vocal lessons, and you perform in our major productions. You could drop in for an improv class, you could take Shakespeare classes, lots of different focused acting classes, and all of that's happening in one building. Instead of our current situation, which is we're rehearsing in one spot, we've got an office in another, sets located elsewhere, costumes in another place. I want to bring it all into one building, and that's what we're fundraising for. And this is going to be a huge project. So this is what we're looking for help with, because we think the NMYA is such a valuable contribution to Albuquerque and such a valuable contribution to New Mexico culture that this is worth fundraising for and asking people for money for. And so we hope that you will consider donating to New Mexico Young Actors to help us realize this dream